Hey guys, it's Nicole from Chronicles of a Crafter. Welcome back. I'm working on my Boho Butterfly junk journal. So this is the series that I was telling you about in my previous videos. I started it probably last week or the week before, but these will be the videos for the start to finish junk journal construction. All I've done so far was found this beautiful butterfly table mat, and I've covered it around and it measures a total of, here I'll tell you, it measures a total of, let's see, 16 and a quarter by 13. Okay, 16 and a quarter by 13. Let me just double check that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 16 and a quarter by 14. That's the full sheet of cardboard. But when you fold it in half, you end up with 6 by 8 3/4 with a 2 inch spine. Okay, so the total is 16 and a quarter by 14. It measures 6, let's say 6 and a quarter by 8 3/4. Okay, so that's that. And it has a 2 inch spine in the middle. Okay, so that's all I've done so far, was cover this with a full table mat. I did my corners and wrapped it all the way around. Now I'm going to decorate the inside cover of the journal, and I've decided on a couple of things. So because it's a boho theme, I have this ribbon that's kind of like made of burlappy twine, and it has a pretty pattern on it. So I figured what I would do is go all the way around the entire journal with this ribbon, and I'll see if I'm going to do top and bottom only or just the sides. I can do just here, you know, and that'll be a nice little trim, or I can do top and bottom and have this sticking out at the top and perhaps at the bottom as well, and that'll look really cute too. Or I may go all the way around because I'm crazy like that. Let's see what that looks like. Top and the side, and let's see. I mean, that could work. I may do it all the way around. Yeah, I like that. So let's try it, okay? And if it doesn't work, I mean, it's not the end of the world. We can, you know, figure it out, you know, make changes as we go, etc. All right, so let's go ahead and start that, and I'll be right back. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my Fix or Fabri-Tac glue to glue this down on the rim of this book. And I think I'm going to glue it directly onto the ribbon because there's a lot of open spaces on here, and I want to get it right on that thread line, that predetermined thread line that came with the ribbon. Just to about there. So there's 3 thread lines on here, so I'm going to glue all 3 of them. Well, I'll glue 2 and see where it lands on the book, because I believe the top ribbon, or sorry, the top thread will be on the outside of the book. So I'm just going to get a good bit of glue on some of this burlap twine design, and we'll see where that lands us. Let's just make sure I get a good bit on each of these little star designs. This is taking longer than I thought it would. Ugh, gosh, this glue is taking forever to come out of. When you're using this Sugar Bell icing piping bottle, it really is a very fine dispense of the glue. When you want to glue large areas, it may take a little bit longer than you anticipated. So I'm just going to put a little bit more on these little frayed edges or flaps, just to make sure that I'm getting a good coverage. And this is just my my option. Like I bought this ribbon on Amazon in like a 5-pack, so there's like 5 different designs of ribbon that I could have chose for this particular project, but I'll probably put a link down below. I mean, I have not signed up to be an Amazon affiliate, so my links are not at this current time going to provide me with any commission if you decide to purchase any of this stuff. I may down the road sign up to be an Amazon affiliate, but at this current moment I am not an Amazon affiliate. I am just giving you my opinion of how this is going to work for me. Okay, so I think that's about where I want it. So let's see. Yep, so I got glue down below here on these little flaps, and I've got glue in the middle on the two stitch lines. So let's see how that looks closed. I think that's pretty darn good. It's pretty. Okay, so now my determination is to what do I want to do with the sides. Do I want to like just flip this over and go down the sides? I may cut it because this little section right here does not have a little piece. So let's see, I may cut it and then I end up with this section right here missing. So I may just cut it because I want all of it covered if I do decide to go down the edge. So I'm just gonna snip it off right here. Okay, so now I have this. Okay, and from there I definitely want a repeat of that down below this way. Okay, so I'll go ahead and glue this down and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and glued down the bottom piece of the book cover with the burlap ribbon that I have here. And I know this is my top because I have that little arrow. It's still there. Right there. So I know this is the top portion of my journal. So this is what it looks like with the burlap ribbon glued down. Now I need to decide what I'm going to do with the outside. So I know I want to put a eyelet in the spine for a dangle. So I think right about here I'm going to place an eyelet. So right smack dab in the middle of the spine, I'm going to go ahead and use my Crocodile 2 Big Bite. This big boy here, and I'm going to place it on the 3/16 setting, and I'm going to chomp through and place an eyelet right on that middle section, that little butterflies decoration right there. So I have to get down here and look in between, so you probably won't see that, but there is my hole right there for my eyelet, and I punched it on the outside in so that the frayed edges are on the inside of the spine, and you will never see that. So let me go ahead and grab an eyelet. And for boho theme, I may do gold. I think gold may be my accent colors. I have a lot of embellishments with gold already set and ready to go, so I think I'll do a gold eyelet. I'm just going to grab an eyelet with a backing. This is doubled. 2 eyelets. That'll never work. Okay. So there is my 3/16 eyelet and my little backing that goes with it. I'm going to go ahead and push that through from the outside in. And place the backing on there. Okay, and I may need to, nope, my eyelet, my crocodile's already set to the right settings. I just need to move it down to the setter. Okay. And let's hope this works, because it is pretty thick. And I already lost the backing. Hold on. I'm just going to place the backing directly onto the crocodile. Makes it a little bit easier if I can get it off my finger without taking it with me. Okay, so that's set in place. I'm then going to place my book cover in between there, right onto the setting, and squeeze really tight. Ugh, gosh, okay, I think I did it. Yep, so there's my eyelet. It's set in place right on the spine, directly in the center, about 1/8 of an inch, or maybe 1/4 of an inch down from the edge, from the top. Okay, let's move this out of the way and make sure it doesn't fall on Dolce. Okay, so that's what we have so far. This is looking great. I'm loving this already. Next, I need to decide what colors I want to use on the inside cover. I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit because, you know, I need to get on to decorating my book pages. So the inside cover, I've decided to go with some purple felt. So purple is the accent color here, purple or yellow. I don't think I have any yellow felt, but I do have some purple felt, which I bought at the craft store. I don't know which one, but here's some purple felt that I decided to use. I think it'll look really good. It doesn't really go directly with this purple, but it does have, like, each butterfly has like some lighter purple embellishments and decorations around it. So I'm going to go with this lighter purple color for my inner book cover. And I'm just going to mat it all the way around the book cover like so. I'll get a better edge on this side. This is the uncut side. So on the inside of the book, I'll have a little bit of the outer book cover showing just around the edges here by matting it onto there. And I'm just going to freehand cut this. I'm just going to wing it and see what happens. I'm probably cutting off about 1 inch on this edge over here. so I've cut off that much. And I'm going to straighten this out, try to get this as straight as possible. I do see where I buckled the cut a little bit, so I'm just going to cut this little section off. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to rotate it 180 and cut the bottom off. And again, I'm just freehanding this. I don't have any actual measurements for this process. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I cut it a little bit long so that I can glue it down and then cut off the excess. Okay, so let's do that. I got my Fabri-Tac glue all set here, and I'm just going to apply it everywhere. You know, let me use some glue stick for the majority of this in order to speed up the process of the dry time and everything else that goes in between. So I'm just going to apply a ton of glue stick all over here, on the fabric, on the cardboard, just about everywhere I can get some glue stick. And that'll hold, whoops, that'll hold the felt in place while I apply Fabri-Fix, because the Fabri-Fix is a little bit thicker. It does glue fabric to fabric, paper to paper, paper to fabric, but I lost, oh. But I need to hold it in place while I apply the Fabri-Tac Fabri-Fix glue in order to make sure that I get all the areas covered that I want. So I've done that. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove my Sugar Belle icing piping bottle, the little cap, because I can get a lot more glue on here this way. Even my glue is confused, like, what? I don't have to like ooze out of a little tiny section. Okay, so just enough to go all the way around. I'm gonna throw some down here in the middle, and I'm gonna put my top back on and use my silicone spreader to spread this glue out. So I'm just gonna go in all areas, spread the glue before it starts to dry. And then I'll apply the felt covering on top. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and apply the felt. Whew, that glue is, I mean, you can smell it. It's pretty high. Oh boy. All right. Gently place this on top here. So I got it end to end, end to end. Okay, I was not happy with the placement of that, so I'm just going to tug it a little bit and put it back down. And whatever is overlapped on either side, I will just cut it off. But we want to get it pretty flat. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Not disappointed one bit. I do need to cut off this bottom piece right here. Okay, but I got the glue everywhere that I need it to be. This front side right here is a little wavy, but I will go ahead and straighten that up and cut that away as well. So I'm okay with that for now. Let's see. Let's cut off this bottom edge. Okay. Yep, it's going pretty good, pretty straight. Yep. Sweet. That looks neat, guys. I like it. I like that a lot. And on my wavy edge, I'm just going to go ahead and snip away some excess over here, just to give it the appearance that it's straight and not wavy. Oh, not even on camera. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just cutting away this excess on the sides over here. Okay, there we go. And this is what we have so far. Okay, so yeah, I'm happy with that. It generously folds right in the middle, right where the book would normally fold, and this is what we've got. Okay, now I want to mat the paper, some paper around it to create some pockets. So I have this paper right here, which I want to make a really large deep pocket, but I also want to, let's see, turn it this way. So I'm going to mat it along the purple edge. Oh, this edge right here needs to be cut away some. Yeah, I'm going to mat it around the purple edge of the felt. Let's try it this way. And I'm also going to give this pockets a gusset. So it has to be a little bit larger than what the pocket would normally measure. If you were to just glue this down, start tucking things in, it has to be a little bit larger than that. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, I'm going to use my scoreboard and just guesstimate some measurements here. Let's take a look. Move my glue out of the way. So I have a larger piece as well. We'll see what I do with this one. Okay, so we know that this right here is 6 1/4, this to the spine. Okay, it's 6 1/4. To get a 1/2 inch, do I want a 1/2 inch? Yeah, I'll put a 1/2 inch gusset all the way around. So this pocket measures 6 by 12. I mean, this piece of paper, sorry, measures 6 by 12. I'm going to put a 1/2 inch gusset all the way around except for the top. So let me grab my scoreboard. And this is 6 1/4. I'm probably going to need my larger scoreboard. I want to measure about 8 inches. So let me go ahead and I'll cut away 8 inches off of this. So 8 from 12 leaves 4. Okay, and this is what I'm working with to get my scored gussets all the way around the pocket. I'm going to use my larger We Are Memory Keeper scoreboard. Okay, now we have an 8 inch sheet of paper. Let me grab my scoring tool. My little bone folder over here. So we're going to get down to about 6. That gives us 2 inches to play with. So I'm going to score 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here. That will leave me with 7. So let's go ahead and I'm going to have to cut this paper down to 7 1/2. Let's do that. And so basically I'm just cutting off about 1 inch. That was 3/4 of an inch. I'll cut another 1/4 off. Okay, so that's 7 inches. Half and half on both sides would leave me with 6. So I'm just going to go ahead and score at the half mark on both sides here. Half there, and whoops, 6 1/2 there. Okay, so that gives me 2 score marks on that, and then a 1/2 inch at the bottom. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut away my corners. And I'm just cutting it at a small angle so that when I fold it in, I don't have too much bulk in the corners. And fold the bottom. And I found to get the maximum amount of stuff into your pockets, you want to put this bottom edge in first, and oh no, sorry, put the side edges in first, and then the bottom edge covers that. Okay, so there we have it. I'm going to use my 2 1/2 inch corner punch right here, my 2 1/2 inch corner punch. I just got this recently. I don't know how to use, I just figured out how to use it not too long ago. And I'm going to try to center that up and get the paper in there. There we go. Now we have a pocket for our front inner book cover. Okay, so that's going to go right about here. And there's plenty of clearance for the book spine to open and close, so that looks great right there. And I'm going to glue it down. I'm committed. I'm committed to this right here. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. Let me just straighten up some of these edges here. They're a little frayed. I cut it with my scoring tool, my scoreboard. It also has like a, it's like a slide cutter thingy, and I'm not really that happy with the blade on that, so yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so some of my ribbon is like fraying. I guess this piece right here did not get glued down. I'm going to go ahead and glue that section down so that it does not impede the gluing of my pocket. And I'll be right back. I'm going to ink this whole thing all the way around. Perhaps I'll use something pretty like maybe picked raspberry distress oxide. Okay, so that's picked raspberry. Or I'll use worn lipstick. I'm just trying something different, something that I have not done before. I'll test it on a piece of scrap before distressing the whole thing. If I decide to go with something else, you'll know. I'll be right back. Okay, so I decided to go with worn lipstick. Okay, distress oxide, and I inked around the edges of my gusseted pocket with the 1/2 inch score lines to make that gusset, and there we have it right there. Okay, so again, I followed my little arrow that was right here in the corner. That's how I knew that was the top, and this is the outer edge, and this is the inner. This is what it looks like around the edge there and the bottom, and we have a nice little inner pocket right there. On this side, I'm going to get another sheet and make a long pocket. This is obviously too small. This is the same thing. So I'm going to have to go into this paper pack and find a full 12 by 12 sheet. I'm going to make a long pocket over here. But this is what we've got so far. We have our outer cover with our butterfly. We punched the eyelet for our spine dangle. We've lined the inside with the felt, the purple coordinating felt. And we've inserted our corner front pocket tuck, or, you know, front pocket. Okay. And yeah, let me go grab some paper, and I'm gonna make a long pocket on this side of the back side of the journal. I'll be right back. Okay, so the paper pack that I'm using is the Blue Fetty paper pack by Recollections. I got this at Michael's, one of their hot buys. It was probably buy one get two free. So I have all of this pretty flowery pages in here that I can use, but I did find the second piece to match this one, the other 12 by 12. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to create my long pocket on this side, again with a gusset, so that I can get the maximum amount of ephemera tucked into that pocket. So again, this book right here is almost 9 inches. It's about 8.5 inches, just the book without the frills at the edges. So I know that 8.5 inches, I'm gonna need a 1/2 inch all the way around. That'll give me 9 1/4. So let's go ahead and cut this page to 9 1/4, and I'll probably need it to be about let's go with the 3-inch pocket. So it'll need an extra 1/4 inch on the a 1/2 inch on the edge, so we'll cut it to 3.5 by 9 1/4. I'm gonna go ahead and do that with my large guillotine. Unfortunately, my large guillotine is stationary. It's across the room, away from little fingers. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've actually cut my paper to 9 1/2 in order to get the 1/2 inch gusset all the way around. So I'm gonna score here at 1/2 inch, and I'm going to score here at 9. Okay, and then I'm going to score a 1/2 inch on the rotation, right about here, and then I'm going to cut away my edges on an angle so that I don't get too much bulk in the corners. And I'm going to fold this over, fold the sides over. Just gonna snip away some more of this here. Okay, it needs a little bit more snipping right there. I'm bringing my book, and that's where my side pocket is going to live, right about there. I'll put a my circle punch thumb notch in there. Let's do that. Let's see, make sure that this is where I want it. Yep, that'll work. So let's go ahead and centrally put the circle punch about there. Yeah, that looks about straight. And I'll ink it with my worn lipstick. Okay. Okay, that's where I want that pocket. That's going to be great. I'm gonna go ahead and glue that pocket down with my Fabric Tack, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is what I've had for you for today. I went ahead and embellished my inner book cover. I glued down this pocket. It has a nice little gusset on it so that you can get the maximum amount of ephemera in there. And I also went ahead and glued down this front cover with a gusset pocket. So there you have that. We put our eyelet in for our spine dangle. And we've lined our inside of the book cover with felt, our purple coordinating felt. It'll match the outside nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you here for now. Hopefully you got some inspiration here to try this on your own. And if not, I'm sorry. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. You guys have a great day. Bye.